Om Shanti, greetings of peace, Sanudazua. Welcome to this month's episode of Peace Drops for the Great Green Wall. The Great Green Wall is an initiative of the African Union to build a Great Green Wall across 7,000 kilometers of the African continent to reclaim arable land and to rebuild communities and peace and well-being in communities. The wall is being constructed at the edge of the Sahara Desert. It's a great green wonder, and it's being built there by people in many different communities in many different countries to try and halt the expansion of the Sahara Desert, the hottest, driest, and largest desert in the world. But the project is really about rebuilding communities. It's about bringing sustainability, bringing back arable land, bringing back natural trees and vegetations, and increasing long-term sustainability in that part of the world and for people in that part of the world. So these monthly episodes, we share a little information about that region of the world and the Great Green Wall. And we have two meditations. This Peace Drops initiative is an initiative of the Brahma Kumaris World Spiritual University. And we believe that our positive thoughts and good wishes can actually add positive energy to what people, to what people are working on and to the elements and the nature in different parts of the world. So this month we have a introduction and a little bit of background on the Great Green Wall. And we have one meditation on accuracy and one meditation on innocence. And it's funny, when I ever think of accuracy, I think of the pyramids. And, you know, for those pyramids to be built in Egypt, there was a great commitment to accuracy and to collective action. And it created one of the wonders of the world. So we all need to be accurate in our own lives. And, you know, innocence sometimes is something we apply to children. And as adults, we don't think it's that important. But I think you'll see the importance and the power of innocence when you listen to today's meditation. You know, can we live our lives where we're innocent of all negativity and we think positively about things? How will that change our lives? And to reclaim that natural beauty of innocence that we see in children and bring it into what sometimes becomes cynical and more negative or corrupted thinking in our adults' lives. So I hope you enjoy this week's or this month's episode of Peace Drops for the Great Green Wall. Please enjoy this short video and the two meditations that we've prepared for you. Om Shanti.
Today, I will move my consciousness away from my body, and just for a few minutes, I am determined to forget everything else. I wish to connect to my inner self, to experience the purity, the innocence that lies deep within me. I open my heart and my mind to allow the softness of the light of the divine source, God, Allah, to enter. I am still. I accept my innate purity, my innocence, as I fill myself with memories of my timeless self. I experience God's light coursing through my being, illuminating my heart and transporting me into a space of complete silence. In this silence, the light of my innate virtues is ignited. My love, my peace, my compassion. I experience a sense of fearlessness. I am ready to release the light of pure innocence out into the world. Maintaining the silence, charged with overflowing innocence, my compassion is spreading throughout the land and on the people, animals, and plants. With compassion in my vibrations, I remind them all of the innate purity and innocence. They were once pure and can become pure and innocent once again. As custodians of the earth, we are responsible to restore its original beauty and bounty, freeing it from drought and desertification, and ousting the world of farming and water stress. Vibrations of pure, innocent regard for humanity spreads to the hearts and minds of every human being on this planet Earth, that they may reflect in silence, finding their innocent heart and vowing to keep the land and sea safe. From my space of silence, in my pure innocence, I return to the world of actions, but with the consciousness that I am guided by pure innocence. Om Shanti.
Look at this map. It is like most maps of the world. It shows the continent of Africa as if it is as small as Greenland. This is quite annoying because, in reality, Africa is the second biggest continent in the world after Asia. Africa is so massive that you can fit the entire United States of America and not one, but 2 Europes in it and still have space to fill. I merely stated this fact to give you an idea of how large Africa's notoriously unforgiving, hot, and dry Sahara Desert is. It's even expanding in many areas because that's what deserts do when the climate is favorable for desertification, while little is done to prevent land degradation. This is why Africa launched a unique mega project that stretches over 20 states aimed at establishing a green belt around the Sahara Desert called the Great Green Wall. Why is fighting the ever-expanding Sahara Desert so important? What is the Great Green Wall? And how will this immense green wall become a reality? As I said earlier, Africa is massive at 30.37 million square kilometers, with nearly 40% of it agricultural land and another 22% forests. Nevertheless, the sheer size of the continent and its diverse climate also make it home to the world's largest, hottest, driest, and most fascinating desert. It is the famous Sahara, a desert spanning across North Africa, covering an area of 9.2 million square kilometers, or about the size of the United States of America. The Sahara is by all means very dry, hot, and incredibly huge. It covers large parts of Algeria, Chad, Egypt, Libya, Mali, Mauritania, Niger, Western Sahara and Sudan, and parts of southern Morocco and Tunisia. It extends from the Atlantic Ocean in the west to the Red Sea in the east, with a maximum length of 5,900 kilometers, or 3,670 miles. Its width varies depending on the area, from 600 to 1,800 kilometers. Contrary to what many think, the Sahara is not empty, and its population is actually increasing. It is currently home to more than 3.5 million people and rising. Needless to say, it is a very, very dry desert, and water is extremely scarce, except that found in a few oases scattered here and there. The only reason the population in this unforgiving, scorching desert is rising can be attributed to the discovery of massive amounts of oil and gas in countries like Algeria and Libya, and uranium in Niger. Other abundant minerals in the Sahara include iron, phosphorus, and manganese. Its ecoregion encompasses the Sahara's hyper-arid center region, where rainfall is scarce and irregular. Sand dunes, stone plateaus, gravel plains, arid valleys, and salt flats. It is not a dead place because some types of trees, such as cactus, date palms, and acacia grow in there despite the cruel heat and almost non-existent water sources. Since 1920, tracking and record-keeping of the Sahara Desert expansion shows that it has grown by as much as 10%. Farming communities within proximity to its border have also been losing the battle against land degradation. This fact, combined with the discovery of important natural resources and the corresponding rise in population, meant one thing: this colossal desert needs close attention and serious measures to prevent further expansion. This is why the idea of the Great Green Wall emerged in an official, serious manner back in 2007 and is now beginning to manifest into a reality. Before we shock you with what is exactly the Great Green Wall of Africa, let's decipher the why build it part in a little more detail. Okay, let's start with what is happening in areas that separate the Sahara Desert from adjacent arable land. These areas have been declining due to land degradation, which typically stems from both human-related and natural factors. In some areas, over-farming and/or overgrazing, coupled with poor water resources management, contributed to increased desertification. However, experts agree that climate change and extreme weather are the most common causes of land degradation. They also confirm that land degradation poses serious threats to agricultural productivity, food security, and quality of life. An example of this is Sub-Sahara, which is the area and regions of the continent of Africa that lie south of the Sahara. In this region and the Sahel areas of the Sahara, the combination of human activities and natural climate cycles are causing serious hardships for the people there, because the desert is advancing and ruining arable land. Believe it or not, land degradation is one of the reasons why some Central African nations experienced serious political unrest and even civil wars throughout the 2000s. An example of this is the drought that augmented a brutal civil war in the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is still experiencing the most dramatic loss of vegetation in the region. Allow me to clarify here that desertification is the eventual result of untreated land degradation. This usually happens in semi-arid areas that border deserts. This, for example, caused millions of families devastated by desertification to migrate. We can reference here the migration from Niger to Nigeria as the Sahara blew dust across the country. This is why nations that host and border the Sahara Desert collectively agreed to literally encircle the entire Sahara Desert with a well-managed and sustainable green wall of forests, farms, parklands, and grazelands. The logic behind the Great Green Wall is simple. Wherever there is a will, there is a hope. And wherever there is water, there is life. And life gives hope. Sustainability is the core of this project because some countries, such as Libya and Algeria, tried in the past to eliminate desertification and all forms of land degradation, but sort of failed due to a lack of focus on long-term sustainability and the common mistake of planting non-compatible vegetation and trees that did not die from the lack of water or extreme heat, but rather tree diseases. Okay, it is now time to take a detailed look at what the Great Green Wall is and how it will be achieved. Initially, the Great Green Wall was supposed to be 15 kilometers wide and 7,775 kilometers long, extending from Djibouti on the Red Sea to Dakar in Senegal on the Atlantic Ocean. It was supposed to pass through 11 countries. However, nations such as Egypt, Algeria, Libya, Morocco, and Sudan, among other nations, are jumping on the Great Green Wall wagon and are now officially part of the program. Fortunately, no one is going to call Chinese and German firms to come and engineer anything because the whole project is based on reclaiming and reviving arable land, forests, and grazelands while establishing new ones, all via the utilization of modern farming techniques and related science while making water sustainability matters a priority. The African Union and numerous international organizations such as the World Bank have allocated as much as $15 billion for the project, with more than $2.5 billion already dispersed. Many of you expect me now to list the approach that will be used as a standard in this unique mega project, but in reality, there is not a single approach. Instead, every country involved in this project will apply its own unique or a replicated integrated landscape approach within its local context. Another intriguing goal behind the Great Green Wall is fighting high levels of malnourishment across the Sahel region. This will be implemented by planting resilient fruit trees, such as palm and fig trees, that in a few years will become a source of nutrients for the locals. Millions of people will benefit from this self-sustaining by design mega project as they return to land they were forced to abandon due to land degradation and the ruthless dust and heat of the majestic Sahara Desert. We love hearing from you, so please let us know what you think in the comments section. Thank you for watching, and please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon.
Accuracy. In a spiritual context, accuracy, precision, is not just about doing things right or wrong in a factual or technical sense. Accuracy is more about alignment with truth, authenticity, and harmony with the universe, nature, or divine will. Accuracy from a spiritual perspective means, who am I really now connected in harmony? Being aligned means being true, ensuring that our thoughts, words, and actions align with our deepest truths and values. With this type of accuracy, we aim to be in harmony with our authentic self, which brings peace and fulfillment. Accuracy involves aligned with universal or divine laws such as the law of karma or the principle of love, and mainly with nature. When our actions are accurate, they act as drops of peace in synchronicity with the natural flow of the universe. The quality of our action is giving results, beneficial not only to oneself but also to the greater whole. In full awareness and presence, right now, spiritual accuracy is about being fully present and attentive to the present moment. It means responding to situations with clarity and wisdom rather than reacting or ego. It requires a deep awareness in connection to the present moment, right now. Accuracy is closely related to inquiry, living, whole, and complete. This means that our actions are creating a sense of unity within ourselves and with the world around us. It involves discernment, that is, the ability to see things as they really are, beyond illusion of superficial appearance. This type of precision is about perceiving the deeper reality of situations, people, and experiences without judgment. It is about a deep understanding of what it means to be in harmony. Let's do the exercise to develop our accuracy. It is about setting the reality of our intention regardless of the situation and test we are going through. Setting our intention. Could we say, I am here to connect with the essence of precision, to invite peace into my being, like drops of pure water nourishing my soul. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths, inhaling peace and exhaling tension. Begin by bringing your attention to your breath. With each breath, imagine yourself becoming more centered and present. Visualize precision as a light, a soft, bright light in your chest. This light represents precision. Imagine this light expanding with each breath. It brings clarity and alignment to your entire being. Imagine this light illuminating your thoughts, words, and action, making them more precise and true to his higher self. On the path to wholeness, imagine this light guiding you where every step you take is in harmony with your true self and the greater good that nature represents. Introduce the drops of peace. Focus on the gentle shower of drops of peace. These are not ordinary drops of water. These are drops of pure and divine peace. Visualize them, drops falling gently around you, bathing you in a calm and serenity. This shower is purifying. Each drop removes all stress, worry, or negativity. These drops leave you refreshed and at peace. As the drops of peace touch the light of precision within you, imagine them merging, creating a feeling of wholeness and deep inner peace. Connected to the divine in nature, the energies of precision and peace intertwine within you. Visualizing the light of precision, nourished and strengthened by the drops of peace, creates a balancing and harmonious energy in one's body and mind. Feel how precision and peace naturally flow together. When you bring clarity and truth into your life, peace follows. When you cultivate peace, precision becomes easier to achieve. Practice spending a few moments simply being in this combined space of precision and peace. Allows yourself to simply exist in this balancing state with calm and clarity. In this way, you can cultivate a deeper understanding of how accuracy and peace work together. This understanding helps us to live in a more conscious and harmonious way. The power of ignorance is anger. The power of knowledge is peace.
I hope you enjoyed those meditations. I learned lots about innocence from Sister Grace's commentary and the meditation she did for us. And certainly what Jean-Luc shared about accuracy is a different way, perhaps, of thinking about accuracy that we would all benefit from bringing into our lives. The video with the background on the African continent and particularly the area close to the Sahara Desert was very informative. And I am just amazed at the commitment that so many people have made to this Great Green Wall, this Great Green Wonder project that's being built, that's been worked on for many, many years already, and is being built in so many countries on the African continent. So thank you for taking the time and sharing your own good wishes for the success of the Great Green Wall, and for sending good wishes, pure wishes for peace and well-being to people in this part of the world. We have monthly episodes of Peace Drops for the Great Green Wall, both in English and French, on the second Sunday of every month. So we hope you'll tune in with us again in the future. Om Shanti. Thank you.